Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Can you hear me? Hello. Sorry I'm late. Brett is making chicken parmesan and it's almost done. And I guess Friday's going to be no makeup, no frills Friday. That's what it is. No frills Friday. I didn't have time to put my makeup on, but I nailed Lori's book. Yay! I checked my P.O. box. It's still empty. Guys, write to me. Ah, let's see. My chicken parmesan. You made it, Rose. Rose, hi. And you beat Anthony. Anthony's usually the first one into the chat, Anthony or Lori. So you beat Anthony, you beat Lori. Sometimes it's rare, but sometimes people beat him into the chat. I don't know if he's busy today or what, but Anthony, we miss you, but Rose beat you. Rose beat you into the chat. I think you should win something. Yeah, you win something. We'll talk. You win something. Ronald, yeah, Ronald's been first in the chat too. Welcome, Ronald. Hello. I'm getting my chicken out of the oven because my cheese should be melted. My mozzarella Parmesan cheese I just put on it, and let me get it out and show you. Yes, it's melted. Yay! Look. Chicken Parmesan, because hopefully my son and his friend might come by tonight because y'all, I was able to tempt them. They know my cooking's good. I was able to tempt them with the burnt ribs, but by the time Albert got off work, he forgot. And so I texted him like at 6 or something, and he's like, "Oh, I'll stop by tomorrow," because he forgot. He was used to on his way home because he works over here, and they live like 30 minutes from me. So this is my chicken parmesan. This is what I'm gonna have today. It's gonna be yummy. It's hot in here, so I turned down my. I'll show you, and I cooked some. Sugar snap peas, and I got sauce, and I got a little pasta. So I'm gonna fix me a plate. Okay, I guess I'll turn this around. Let me turn this around for a second while I fix me a plate over here. I want to fix me a plate. Thank you for praying for me. Oh, I love it. I appreciate it so much. Because Brett needs prayer. Because I need it. So I'm gonna fix me a plate. I have red lentil pasta. Just gonna get a little bit of that. Okay. Get one of the smaller pieces. Because I'm going to leave the boys the big pieces. That's good. There's 5 pieces. So I got the chicken that was already cut thin. Hey, Anthony. Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being first, but you're a little bit late today. But that's okay. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I was worried. I was getting worried, Anthony. I was worried for a few minutes there. So there I got my chicken and my pasta, and gonna get some sugar snap peas. Oh, let's get I have this too. So let's do that. sauce. So I'm so excited for my son to come by. I got this. I mixed it up. My bad. I got these. Let me put some here. There's that. No, I think I'll put that in the fridge. Okay. Now I'm going to go back over there. So let me turn it around. Get it. This is the pasta I made. Let me plug this in just so I don't lose power in the middle of my live. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat or thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Now I'm going to pray. I got my food. See my food? Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you that it's Friday. Thank you that my sons are coming by. Thank you for all my YouTube friends. Please bless them. Continue to heal my friends, Lord Jesus, of the things that they are dealing with. I pray for Lori. I pray you continue to heal Arnie's mom. And thank you for continuing to heal Arnie. I pray you would help Arnie with the situations with his channel and give him wisdom. And please comfort all those who have lost loved ones, Lord. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Good, you can hear me. Ooh, what did I drip? I dripped something. I'm going to get myself a drink too. I went to the store. I went to Target again. I'm just going to say it. I went to Target again. Target's closer than the grocery store. So, and Target's in Lone Tree. You know what? I didn't bring my book over here. Lone Tree. And my book is The 7-Story Tree. Wait, it's right here. I have one here. I have one right here because I was going to mail it to Crystal. Crystal and the Green Guy. Send me your address. I have this book here for you. So, yes. Yes, thank you for praying, Rose. Thank you. So I'm gonna eat now. I'm gonna get a drink. Because I went to the store yesterday and I got my favorite diet soda. My favorite thing. These are my favorites. I think I'll have the Coke right now. So how is everybody? It's Friday, yay. I guess I'm gonna do a No Frills Friday every Friday. Oh, wait, should I play my flute? I gotta play my flute before I eat. Oh, and some bubbles. Oh, no bubbles on my food. No. Oops. No bubbles on my food. That's not in the recipe. So there's my food. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I like the cream soda too. They don't always have the cream soda for some reason. So, that is good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so my husband's family from the Chicago area are Italian, even though he's not really Italian, but I can just hear him echoing. I can just hear him saying now he's watching this, oh yeah, don't leave nothing out. But anyways, shush, shush, that voice in my head. Yeah, so his dad that met his mom in Taiwan and brought him over here is Italian. That's good. Let's see if I can. I dripped. What did I drip? Did I drip on me the soda? Oh, I dripped on me the bubbles. Oh my goodness. I dripped that much bubbles on me. This is my Crater Lake shirt. You know what's going on right now? I went to the first one. I went to the first Oregon meetup, and now it's like a thing with that group that I'm not in anymore. When I first went to the Oregon meetup, it was in May, and these two people were going to get together, and then it just turned into a whole thing. These two people I'm not. So the Oregon meetup, when I went to the Oregon meetup, then I went to my friend Troy's. It was a nomadic rat pack, and I met, and they were working on one of his RVs, and it was Cargo Dan, Ron Sees America, and RVing with G, nomadic rat pack, and me. I was the girl, and when we left Troy's, we went to Crater Lake. So that's when I got this shirt, May 2021. Yeah. So it was fun. But I'm not very much. I did see Troy yesterday, I think, though, at someone else's live stream. But yeah, so bittersweet, I guess. I'm thinking I don't remember it though. I'm thinking I had the lentil spaghetti before, but I don't remember it. I made meatballs. That's one of my popular videos too. I made meatballs when I was in St. Louis at Gladys's. Yeah, look back in my videos, you guys. Look back at my videos if you want to see the Crater Lake. Or you know what I really liked is after I left Crater Lake, after I left the guys, we were trying to find a place where we could all camp, but we couldn't find one. They were in a van. Ron was in a car. Georgie and Cargo Dan were in a van, and Ron was in his car, and I was in my RV, and we were trying to find a place where we could all camp, but we couldn't find one. So we parted ways, and I went to Lake of the Woods. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. And then I got up the next day and it was snowing. It had been snowing and I missed it. You guys, I was in my RV. This is the downside of, you know, I don't know, getting too, like, I'm really busy today, you guys. So that's what. So I was doing something on YouTube, although I wasn't even as into doing my YouTube then as I am now. I didn't know how to edit. Um, I was going live once a week, but I didn't know how to edit and stuff. And I was just putting up unedited videos and stuff and shorts and all that. And so, like, if you see the video of Crater Lake, it's unedited. It's not a short, but it's unedited. It's not very long. So go check that out. I think there's pretty much snow there almost year round. I don't know. I'd like to go there in July or August and see. I need to. But there was still snow there in May, a good amount too. And then at Lake of the Woods, this was after Mother's Day. This was May, somewhere in May. So I'm at Lake of the Woods and I'm doing something on YouTube. I got up. I think it was about 11 a.m. And I go outside and it has snowed. And I missed it because I really love to watch the snowfall. So you should go. You should go as soon as you can. Because that's what happened to me. And I didn't know, and I was rushing myself because I just wanted to get on the road, but I didn't really need to rush because what is interesting is the difficult roommate that I ended up having, Gladys's. She got as I was leaving there in 2020, in the fall of 2020, as I was leaving there. And he ended up being a nightmare. I think she probably would agree now, but I don't know. But she thinks I'm a nightmare too because she's kind of deluded. It was a crazy situation. But so I was in St. Louis. I was rushing myself. Like, I wanted to buy my RV in Georgia, but then I was like, no, I can't. Let me get downsized so I fit everything in my car, and left Georgia. That was September 2021. Go up to the St. Louis area. I had the cash from selling my house, so I paid off all my debt. I was out of debt free. But it took a while for my credit score to catch up with that. That's why when I was leaving St. Louis last year, I didn't know still if I could get a loan. And that's why I bought the van I told you I bought, Rose. I shouldn't have bought it because there was something up with it and I don't know what. But as I kept praying about it, God was just like going, no. I felt like the Holy Spirit was saying to me, like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And it's bad when you don't listen to God. But I did. And I bought it. But then as time went on, I was like, I can't. I don't even know if it will make it there. He just got it running, replaced the back window. It was dirty. It was yucky. It was running though. And I used it for a little bit before I bought my RAV. So yeah, all that. So hi, John Chalker. Hello. And there's a video, Lake of the Woods, again unedited with the snow, and I'm coming out of my RV and realizing it snowed and I missed it falling. I wished I had seen it falling. It was beautiful though. Hey, Roy and Becky. Hello, hello. Hi. I never expect you to be here on a Friday because I know you're busy. Thank you for being here, though. Thank you, thank you. This is so good, if I do say so myself. So, you guys, I had to make my boys something better than those burnt ribs. They're going to stop by tonight. So I texted both of them and sent them a picture. And I thought, because first I sent Albert the picture of the one side of the ribs that's not so burned, right? And then he's like, oh yeah, right? And then I said, wait, before you stop by, let me show you what the other side of the ribs look like, because they were charred. Yeah, when you don't listen to God, it's not good. It's not good. I was in a brain fog because I had dated this guy before. I'll just tell you that. And I should have never dated this guy. It's hilarious because he's the guy who he kind of like, he's the guy I met right after the date rape. And so he kind of redeemed men for me because I lost my car. This is a crazy story, y'all. And I wrote a poem about it. I wrote a poem all about him. And this is why, like, I got suckered into dating him, and I shouldn't have. And I think when I did, when I was with him, I think he was with his girlfriend. So, like, that's shady. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Really, really do. Really do. I don't even know if I can express to you how much I appreciate you. So, yeah, it's a long story because there's not many, there's just a few. Hardly any that I'm able to, and like Ronald, Roy and Becky, Anthony. There's just a few people that did not abandon me when everybody else was, when I was being ostracized and basically canceled from the van life RV community I was in. So you guys. You can't just forget the past. You have to learn from it and go forward and do things differently. So you can't forget it. I heard somebody was saying, like, forget about the past, and it's just like, that is so bad. What do they say about history? If you forget the history, it's bound to repeat itself, So, don't forget it. And I do try not to talk about it, but I went to a live stream yesterday and I'm not sure. And she made me a mod and I really appreciate that. But it's a lot of the people in the community that I'm not in anymore. So, and I feel bad. It's hard. But, and especially because, it's like I shouldn't have said anything. Most of the lives I go to now, I moderate at. So I just don't have time to be on as many lives as I was in the past. But most of the lives I go to, I moderate on, and I was at her live, and I don't think it's going to be a regular thing, but I was at her live. She had an interesting live about health situations, and especially women, older women. So it was really interesting. And then I ended up saying something and she made me a mod, and I'm just like, and I don't know if I might shoot her an email and say, I'm sorry, but I'm just not comfortable being there all the time. So I appreciated her making me a mod, but yeah, it's just, yeah. But anyways, back to my chicken parmesan. So hopefully the boys will come by tonight. And I saved them the ribs and lots of barbecue sauce. I have lots of barbecue sauce for the ribs. And yesterday I made what did I make yesterday? I made Brussels sprouts yesterday. There's a really cute movie, and I think my kids read the book, and then I watched the movie. I'd like to watch it again. I haven't seen it in years. It's a really cute movie. It's called Harriet the Spy. Have you ever heard of that? Harriet the Spy? Rosie O'Donnell's in it, and this little girl, I don't know if she went on to be in other stuff too. I'm not sure who stars as Harriet, but it's so cute. And she's a writer, and she writes down everything, and she calls herself a spy, and she just goes through all these things. And one thing happens, her Rosie O'Donnell is her nanny, and her nanny gets in trouble, I think, for letting her stay up too late. Something. I got in trouble for that too. I used to babysit all these kids in Boca Raton, Florida. I made out like a bandit. I made lots of money babysitting when I was a teenager in Boca Raton, Florida. And sometimes my ex would babysit with me. We would work stuff together. Yeah, you guys, even though I haven't been working a regular job in 30 years, I've worked all my life too. I've worked all my life. I've worked hard. She works hard for the money. So, yeah, I used to babysit then, and that wasn't like a regular job either, thankfully, it was under the table. I didn't have to pay taxes on any of that. But then I got regular jobs, and but when after I worked in a doctor's office when I got pregnant with my firstborn child, and had got married my husband at 19, and then was pregnant right after that. It blew my mind because I didn't seem like your typical pregnant teen, but I was a pregnant teen, but I was married and didn't get married because I was pregnant. I didn't even know. I probably was just a teeny bit pregnant when I got married, but I didn't know. And then had her in March 97. Got married in 96. Had my firstborn in 97. So, yeah. So, and I've always worked, and I heard that verse today. I think it was today. I think it was Joyce Meyer. Whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with all your might, as working for the Lord and not for men. That's in Colossians. Yeah. I'm just like today I was so busy. I was, and then after this, it's like, I really kind of need to clean. I don't have to clean nearly as often as when I was in the big house. That was such a B to clean that 3,500 square foot house. And with the 5 kids in it, clean up after, 7 people in this huge house. This is so much easier to clean, but I haven't cleaned in a little while. And I'm like, well, was it coming over? Let me Swiffer and let me vacuum. I just recently got a vacuum too, because I left my vacuum at the street. It was one of those things like, I'm going to get another one of these. This has no sentimental value. Let me just put this at the street. My neighbor would pick up all my, whatever I would put. I put a stinky carpet. It was a beautiful carpet, but I couldn't get the smell out of it in my garbage once, and my neighbor would pick it up. I had rats in my house. You guys watch my videos. They're really interesting and they need watch time. So I had rats in my house, and the rats got in this sofa there was a sleeper sofa, but I like tore the whole thing apart, tried to clean it out, and then I shoved it off my back porch. It was so heavy. Gladys was living with me at that time until she got her place, until she went up north. And that was January 2020, and it was the fall 2020, and I should have waited for her to help me because that thing was heavy, and I broke a couple of my steps on my back porch. But so I threw this in the garbage, and I put a note on it like was rat infested, do not take. But still, I know it was her. Her name was Susan. She was such a lovely person. She was a character though, but she's a lovely person. Susan, if you're ever watching. Susan. My neighbor in Georgia was actually the one who made me realize I was raped, because I didn't realize it, and I blamed myself, and I was pissed at myself. But I told her what happened. I told her I went to sleep, and he kept waking me up, and she said, "That's date rape." And I was like, and I still didn't tell anybody else for a while. I was so traumatized. So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure Susan got the sofa and got my vacuum. And so, but I'm going to clean probably before the boys come over. And I don't know how long they're going to stay, because they usually don't come over on a Friday, because they're usually with their friends and stuff. They usually come over during the week. I've talked so much. My food is cold, but it's still good. The lentil pasta is good. I don't know if it has less carbs. But it's I kind of like it. So I don't like it al dente. I like it kind of softer. It is okay. It's total carbs 34 grams. I need a package of regular pasta to compare it to, which I don't have on me right now. But it says 34 grams of carbs. Calories 180 per 2 ounces. Oh, thank you, Rose. You're taking up Lori's job. I may have to text Lori because I don't see her here. Lori, where are you? I could text you. I could text her right now. Let me see. Let me just check. I'm live. Having chicken parmesan. Let me just say chicken parmesan. Okay, texted her. Yeah, so I was like, I didn't know I was pregnant, and I was pregnant when I got married. Yeah, I think it makes it more al dente probably. So, but yeah, I mailed out Lori's book. I had to go to the store and get this cheese because I didn't have any mozzarella, and I usually just put mozzarella on. It's funny. I'm like, I don't usually always put Parmesan cheese on it, but it's called chicken Parmesan. So I was like, let me get the mozzarella and Parmesan. I got these to try for dessert. So this is good. Really good. I had a little snack before I left to mail the stuff and get the cheese. What do you have, Roy? Let's help Roy decide what to have for lunch. What do you have to have for lunch? Oh, you made a huge salad. I didn't have time to make salad. See, I was going to make a salad to go with this. But anyways, these are better to give the boys anyways, because salad doesn't keep very good. And the boys like, a vegetable like that better anyways. But I'm always glad to see them. I do see them much more often than when I didn't live here. But, I could see them more often, but it's been pretty good. I was glad to be able to give Albert that cake, you guys, because I didn't want that cake. It was hard for me not to try a piece, and I don't think he even gave Ian a piece. But I'll have to make one for Ian. I could make cupcakes like that. I've never done that before, but cupcakes are a lot more work, and they're hard to get them all the same size. But I could make Ian cupcakes like that. I'll have to ask him. I usually make him the red velvet now, but when they were coming up, I used to make them chocolate cake just from a box. But yeah, the red velvet I started making the red velvet probably like 2016, because when I was working on red and I was always making carrot cake, my mom's carrot cake, and carrot. Yeah. Oh, okay. These are the choices: ham sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, or ramen noodles. Yeah, ham sandwich. I love peanut butter and jelly though too. I had some celery and peanut butter as a snack before I went out, because I was getting kind of hungry, because this used to be my first meal of the day, but I used to get up a lot later. I'm almost done. I'm going to open up my Coke. I got my ramen noodles out of the cupboard. I don't usually eat them. I got a big packet I think I ordered them off Amazon because I had COVID. And so I ordered groceries to be delivered. And I got the big, and I think I only ate 2 or maybe 3 of them. So I put them in the car to see if I can donate them to the local food bank. That was in the fall. I was supposed to go on a cruise to Hawaii, but the travel agent who was in that group and friends with one of those people that was bullying me, got me an interior cabin, because I changed from the cruise that they were all going on that I donated to and stuff for a handicapped friend to go on. And I got off of that cruise and changed it with this travel agent, but she got me an interior cabin. I don't want an interior cabin, especially it was on a 7-day, maybe it was a 10-day. I think it was at least a 7-day cruise to Hawaii. I don't want to be in an interior cabin. A lot of my time I spend in my room, and I want a window at least, or a balcony, especially since I knew I was getting the money from my dad. And so it ended up, I was like, I just don't know what to do. I lost I think it was $400. I lost $400 on that. But that was nothing compared to what I lost on that stupid van I bought. I'm learning from my mistakes though. This group I used to like. The first cruise I went on was DC Talk Reunion Cruise. It was the first cruise ever I went on. Both cruises I went on, 2 cruises, they were both Christian cruises. So I don't even know if I was gonna like, because they party enough. Like people on these Christian cruises even party a lot, and so I know it's even crazier on the non-Christian cruises. So the only 2 cruises I went on was the DC Talk Reunion Cruise in 2017, and then I went on the Caleb Cruise in 2018. So, but DC Talk has this song called "The Hard Way." Like I had to learn the hard way. So, hey Eric, hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you? I cooked organic free-range chicken, chopped onion, put in chopped onion, celery, carrots, green onions, baby spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes. I think that's it, maybe. That sounds good. That sounds good. But I'm gonna have Rose win for being the first in the house. Anthony's won before, anyways. But so Rose, email me your something that nobody else, you know what I'm talking about, nobody else in your family has access to. Okay, it can be PayPal, Cash App, whatever, but that no one else, you know what I'm talking about, no one else in your family has access to it. Okay, Rose wins for being first in the house. Oh, my oven is still on. Let me turn that off. Let me send my video to myself so I can show you. Let's see here. Oh, I know what I was telling you. I'm going to finish the spy story. Hey! Hi, Victoria! Hi! Good to see you. Hi! Let me see. I don't have my YouTube side open. If Lori was here, I would have her drop her link. Who's Anthony? If you're still here, drop Victoria's link because she's trying to get her monetization. Like me. And I am too. But I'm doing it, like, speaking of the hard way. I'm doing it the hard way. Because I really don't want somebody to have to play my playlist and not be watching it. Because they're called watch hours, but that's just me. It's fine. My friend Diana from Serenity Art Studio, she said that they don't, because she always talks to YouTube and she knows she's. Let me turn it off. So, oh, Gamer Boy, you're okay. Yeah, Gamer Boy, he's trying to get monetized too. So, Eric, can you drop Victoria Quiet Listeners link and go sub to her? Because she's trying to get monetized also. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You're always I'm close to having my subs, which is, you guys, I have over 2,000 followers on Twitter. I have 1,000 now on Instagram. I have 1,000 on my private, it's not private, it's public, but it's my personal Facebook page. I have 1,000 on there. I have 500 on my Redheaded Riding Hood page. So it's like, I recently set an alarm on my phone. It's like, I need to post my videos from my YouTube on my personal Facebook page. I'll show it to you. I'll share it with you. Because I have over 1,000 people there, and I have friend requests like every single day too that I don't answer because like I don't really know them and I don't know if they're scammers or what, or so I don't know who they are or what they want, so I don't always, unless I have a lot of friends in common with them or I really do know them, I don't usually accept a friend's request, especially since I'm already to 1,000, over 1,000 on Facebook. So yeah, but yeah, and yeah, I had that problem yesterday, Roy and Becky. I had that problem yesterday. Finding her. I couldn't find her until somebody dropped her link in the chat because I was looking for it. I am not sub to her, but I find it doesn't matter. Sometimes I still can't find some channels unless I have a link. If there's something that's common, with a common name. Thank you. I forgot. Yeah, you guys can drop it too. And when somebody drops, I saw that Eric, if you're still listening, I'd rather you not drop a link to a video because that will sometimes usually take you out of my stream. So I'd rather you drop a link to your channel. You're a moderator, so you can drop a link to your channel or other people's channel, but not to a video. I'd rather you not do that unless it's like at the end when I'm about to go off, because it will take people out of my stream. But if you go to check out, it's fine to go check out his video, but come right back if you do, because it probably will take you out of this stream. That's a moderator thing I learned. Yeah. And when Victoria's saying she needs her hours, she's meaning she needs her watch time. Um, if you go back again, go back and watch my videos. I'll drop the link below. Later, I'll drop the link below. One of my first poetry streams is with Victoria May. It says it on the, like, go to my lives. You guys, my lives get the most views. That's why my lives are very interesting. You don't know whatever's going to happen on a live. So my lives are very interesting. I have a live with Van Vita Travels. It's my interview with Van Vita Travels was over here. We didn't schedule it. Nothing. My friend Troy's on that one. It's look for the one with the eye. If you want to hear Red's deep dark secrets. I'm an open book, you guys. I tell all. And Troy's sitting there. It's just hilarious because Troy's sitting there trying to get me, Troy, I felt like a child at school being kept after class because he was like, you can stay on the live after this, Red. And I need to talk to you. Go watch it, you guys. It's hilarious. I'll link that below too. I'll link below, okay? See, this is going to be a popular live too. I'll link below my live with Van Vita Travels and my live with Victoria May Wallace with Quiet Listener. I'll link below because that was like one of my first poetry streams. So I decided I was going live once a week and I decided to do a poetry stream once a month. And so then, hey, Timmy Ray. Hello. Yeah, Timmy Ray's one that didn't get like sort of stuck with me too. We weren't like in constant communication, but there are some people that didn't leave me in the lurch, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them. You hit the wrong button. Were you testing it? Did you hit Eric's video? Because it will take you out. But if you go watch Gamer Boys Bros video, just come right back. Because he's trying to get his watch hours also. I'm going to put my plate in the sink. You guys, this is good. I'm being controversial again. It's close to me, and I'm not doing the boycott, but it's from Target, and I got these, which are chocolate Knoy crisps. And this is milk, chocolate, and cherries. I tried these before, but I don't know if it was this flavor. Oh. Oh. That happens all the time. That's okay. So let's see this. I don't know what flavor I had before, and it was a while ago. But I remember they were pretty good. I think they have pieces of cherry in them. So they have. Welcome back. Welcome back, Victoria. No, you're good. I have to stop. Moderation. I didn't light my candle yet. Here's my Here's my little dragon, Cinder. Cinder says hello. Cinder says hello, flames. And I'll light my candle. I'll light the peach one. If I can find my lighter. Welcome to Red's Flames. Red's Flames. Ronald helped me, made me think of that name. Because he said it. I don't know if he was thinking of it as a name, but yeah, he said it. And put my little bear. Here's my little bear from San Francisco. So I kept a lot of little things when I was downsizing. I was like, all these things are little. I had a ton of little things from San Francisco. I don't know when I got this. I've been to San Francisco so many times. My family is from California and the Bay Area and Los Angeles. So I need to get some more candles for this one because this one's done. This is an old candle. I think this is one of the old candles from. It's either one from Gladys's candles because some of those were like so old and they didn't work, or it's from my. No, I probably burned all my candles in from Georgia, but this one's like. Not, I think it's at the end. It doesn't look like it's at the end, but it's not lighted. Well, there it goes. Maybe smoldering wick, Jesus will not snuff out. That's a good verse. Probably my favorite book in the Bible is Isaiah, and there's a lot of thanks. I played at the beginning before I ate. I'll read your comment to me, Ray. Oh, yeah. Like stuff you hear and just read, you need to make sure it's correct. But my daughter's was in the Army. I don't know if that's correct, but I played Jesus Loves Me. I've been playing my flute for 4 years. And I know we had to learn in band class, they started making us have to do final exams, and then we had to do all the scales and learn. It was rough. See, out of practice though, but yeah, I used to take lessons, and so it's not. It's different than playing a Native American flute. Lots different. learn the rest of that. I learn it without any, like, I don't have the music for it. So it's difficult. So I learn it that way. I'm going to stop. I did not practice, but I used to practice a lot. The Salvation Army, you mean? They won't let them ring their bells there, probably. But, that's okay. I just don't want to go into it on that. I read a poem the other day. I'll read it again. Since it's coming up again, I'll read it again. Because, I don't think that's what, and I'm reading the book of Job. So I'm going to find a chapter to read in Job today. And my notes are in here. This is my prayer journal I got on the way to Philly to see my grandbaby. Yeah, I wrote a poem about it. It happened to be on the 1st of June. Yes, it was. Because if you're going to boycott people, you're going to have to boycott a lot of people, depending on what you're boycotting them for. And then one day, I believe we're in the last days. And I don't know how it's going to go down. And I don't know how it is that the Bible says Jesus doesn't even know the time. So these people trying to tell you they know when Jesus is coming back, they don't know. They don't know. I don't know how that even if the Bible says that even Jesus doesn't know the time. Only the Father knows the time, and we don't know the time. Anybody saying they know, but I can't say this, we're closer now than we've ever been. And all of the things happening are things happening in the Bible. And one day, there's going to be like a mark you have to have or something in order to sell and buy. And I had a crazy thought, you guys, that if some of these people, if like maybe Target's getting used to standing behind a group of people that's getting, marginalized and pushed out or whatever, maybe someday they'll stand behind Christians. You don't know, but maybe not if we're, all not going to shop there anymore. I don't know, but we don't know. We don't know Anyone whose eyes are open knows we are in the last days. But it's not for us to judge whose eyes are opened either, Victoria May. You know? It's not for us to judge each other. And I didn't even know, and I was reading the verse the other day in Job that says, let me go to it. Because the first chapter I read was, I think, 19. Where he says, even if I have sinned, that is my concern, not yours. It's not for us to see. It's not for us to say whose eyes are opened or, not. And, I just think it's ridiculous just to, it's causing us to focus on things we don't need to focus on. You need to focus on yourself and whether you're with God or not. I have more important things to think about than, if I can shop at Target or not. I went into Walgreens, there was something on there. I turned on Disney Channel. There's a lot on there, and it's like, you're gonna boycott everything? Okay, fine. That's fine. This is called My Pet Peeves. My pet peeves are all your pet peeves. I'm boycotting all your boycotts. Are you going to be defined by all the things that you hate and are against? I thought they were to know we are Christians by our love. That's the end of it. It's a short one. But I may add to that poem, though. I may add to that poem. Yeah, but saying anyone whose eyes are opened. I mean, you could just say, I believe we're in the last days too. You're about to boycott Pepsi if they don't bring my real sugar Mountain Dew back around here. Yeah. I listened to I'm going to put another link below. I listened to a great sermon today. That was last Friday. I was talking about Sarah Jakes Roberts' message on where her wig came off. Her message on our being locked in with Jesus last week. But this week, and guess what? Not my son that's coming over here because I don't live near him, but my oldest son in Georgia, it's his birthday today. And it's also TD Jakes' birthday, the 9th. It's also Johnny Depp's birthday. Happy birthday to my son, most of all, though. My oldest son. Yep, it's his birthday today. I'm going to message him probably right after this live. I'm going to text him. Yes, they are. Yeah. You need to be a student of the Bible. That's why I started reading the Bible on here. And I'm going to say my storm poem again, because that's become sort of the theme of my channel is prayer. And that's what the theme of the storm poem is. In this my prayer journal, they have verses like throughout, and there's a verse from Psalm 56, which is in my storm poem actually, because he keeps my prayers and my tears. And it's from Psalm 56, 8 and 9. And this is and it has verse 13 too. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. This I know, God is on my side. For you have rescued me. You have kept my feet from slipping. So now I can walk in your presence, O God, in your life-giving light. And then it has a verse from Zephaniah on this page, 3:17. It's right around the one that is about God rejoices over you with singing. The Lord God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. The verse about if God is for us, who can be against us? Hey, Ronald. Yeah, my oldest son. It's his birthday today. The verse that if God is for us, who can be against us? That's just like, I love that verse. That's always been a comfort to me. It's Romans 8:31. I'll read you a poem that I have on from Red Poems too. So let me do, wow, I'm already at an hour. Wow, I'm already at an hour, you guys. So anyways, my storm poem, I'm not going to say that again since that's on my page. That's on my page. I'm saying it at the campfire, at the Glow meetup. It's the storm poem. And I said that at the end at my Sunday school class, at the end of our study on walking with God through pain and suffering. And they said, it went so well with that study. But back to what why I had something with what Victoria said is it's not anyone who's a student of the Bible, anybody who studies the word, they would know. So if you know, because you're studying the word, because just some people that woke is a thing now. Being woke is a thing. But not all people who say they're woke or think they're woke are woke. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Heaven, heaven. That's a hope, the Apostle Paul said, I don't want you to not have hope. I forget exactly. I want you to mourn with like those without hope. Like we mourn our loved ones that are gone, but we have that hope because of Jesus of seeing them again in heaven. So he said, I don't want you to mourn like those without hope. I think it's in Thessalonians. So I need to decide which chapter to read to you today, but I didn't decide. But I will decide now. Job speaks of his former blessings. Let's read this. And then I'll read you some poems and then we'll go. Thanks for sharing verses, Timmy Ray. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot in that verse. Yes, those verses come from Isaiah originally. that a lot of people will be, seeing but not perceiving. They'll be hearing but not understanding. It's in the book of Isaiah. And also, some things we're not supposed to know. Like what would happen if people knew what, it wouldn't be, yeah, woke is a thing. You've heard of it, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to read from Job right now. Oh, it's 222. 222. That's not a thing. I'm just saying. Oh, Job speaks of his former blessings. Okay, wait, that's not where I am. Dear Lord, help me to read the right chapter. What did I read yesterday? Was it 27? No, I think I read 24 and 25. I'm going to read 27. It says Job's final speech, or maybe I read that yesterday. Oh, let me read 27. Wait. No, I'm thinking I read that yesterday. Let me read 28 then. Job speaks of wisdom and understanding. People know where to mine silver and how to refine gold. They know where to dig iron from the earth and how to smelt copper from rock. They know how to shine light in the darkness and explore the farthest regions of the earth as they search in the dark for ore. They sink a mine shaft into the earth far from where anyone lives. They descend on ropes swinging back and forth. This is cool. This is one of the oldest books of the Bible. So even back then they did this. They sink a mine shaft into the earth far from where anyone lives. They descend on ropes swinging back and forth. Food is grown on the earth above, but down below the earth is melted as by fire. Wow, he knew that then. Here the rocks contain precious lapis lazuli, and the dust contains gold. These are treasures no bird of prey can see, no falcon's eye observe. No wild animal has walked upon these treasures. No lion has ever set his paw there. People know how to tear apart flinty rocks and overturn the roots of the mountains. See, I've read this before, but it was years ago. So I've read all of the Bible and I've studied a lot of it. But we need to stay in the Word because in Proverbs it says, no, it's in Psalms, I think. Thy word have I hidden my heart that I might not sin against thee. And Jeremiah says, your words came and I ate them and they were to me my joy and my soul's delight. And Jesus says, when Satan tempts him with the bread, he says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So, and I don't remember reading this part. It's like fascinating though. He's talking about mining for gold and how, the animals don't know where the gold is down there. He's getting to something though. Let's read on. They cut channels in the rocks and uncover precious stones. They dam up the trickling streams and bring to light the hidden treasures. But do people know where to find wisdom? That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Do people know where to find wisdom? Where can they find understanding? No one knows where to find it, for it is not found among the living. It is not here, says the ocean, nor is it here, says the sea. It cannot be bought with gold. It cannot be purchased with silver. Its worth is more than all the gold of Ophir. O Ophir. Ophir. Greater than precious onyx or lapis lazuli. Wisdom is more valuable than gold and crystal. It cannot be purchased with jewels mounted in fine gold. Coral and jasper are worthless in trying to get it. The price of wisdom is far above rubies. Precious peridot from Ethiopia cannot be exchanged for it. It's worth more than the purest gold. But do people know where to find wisdom? Where can they find understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all humanity. Even the sharp-eyed birds in the sky cannot discover it. Destruction and death say, we've heard only rumors of where wisdom can be found. God alone understands the way to wisdom. He knows where it can be found, for he looks throughout the whole earth and sees everything under the heavens. He decided how hard the winds should blow and how much rain should fall. He made the laws for the rain and laid out a path for the lightning. Then he saw wisdom and evaluated it. He set it in place and examined it thoroughly. And this is what he says to all humanity. The fear of the Lord is true wisdom, to forsake evil for real understanding. Yes, that's a good verse. Uh-huh. Yeah, and is it Hosea that says, my people perish for lack of knowledge? That's in Hosea, I think, too. So Hosea, I think it's Hosea, yeah. Whoever is wise, let him understand these things. Whoever is discerning, let him know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the upright walk in them. The transgressors stumble in them. War took place in heaven soon after Jesus was enthroned as king, according to Revelation 12:12. Oh, Revelation is a hard book. I had this study. I never really did it. I had this book that was by Timothy LaHaye on Revelation. I never did do the whole study though, but Timothy LaHaye wrote the Left Behind series, which I read those, but see, that was years ago too, so I don't remember at all. Is that in put the reference? Is that in Hosea? So I always say God tells me personally, God tells me things on a need to know basis. You know, do I need to know it? Because he wants us to trust him. Because in Hebrews 11, it talks about faith, and faith is the substance of things unseen. And that in verse 6 it says it's impossible to please him without faith. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. I've said before, I really like Bible Gateway. This is a great resource. I'll put the link in the chat. It helps me all the time. Whenever I post a verse, it has from Matthew 7 on here, which is great too. Let me see if that will fit in the chat. You can only put so much in the chat. That's Matthew 7. That's just the verse of the day, 13 and 14. But I was just going to put Bible Gateway. It helps me so much when you know a verse, and I know a verse and I don't know where it is. And you guys, I have a blog. Wait. It's pretty cool too. If you Google Red-Headed Riding Hood, all my stuff comes up. My YouTube, my Facebook, my website. So I just wrote a blog post on judgment call, and it's about judging people. It's just not our job. It's just not. Worry about yourself, because you need to worry about yourself. You know, when we stand before God, we're going to stand alone. It's not going to be about anybody else. It's not going to be about, and I don't think it's going to be about who you boycotted. I don't think it's going to be about who you voted for. I'm sorry, but I don't. It's going to be about you, your heart. Did you love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength? It's not going to, I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to be about who you boycotted, who, you know, I boycotted, like I said on here before, we boycotted Disney for 20 years, and we could afford to go there, even with all our 5 kids. We drove by it every year on the way to, we went on our first date to Disney. We met in South Florida. We went on our first date to Disney. I didn't really want to. I thought I needed to, as everybody else was. I needed to boycott Disney. I boycotted Disney for 20 years, but I love Disney. You know, we couldn't boycott them completely, but we didn't go to Disney World or Disneyland too. I love Disneyland. I'm from LA. I'm from South Florida. I'm from Los Angeles. I love Disney. Where's my little mermaid? I'm the Little Mermaid. They called me Mermaid before the Little Mermaid. My mom thought it was funny. She's like, oh, wow. And they gave her red hair. But they called me Mermaid in 9th grade in high school in Boca Raton. So, yeah, I love Disney. We boycotted. We drove by there down to see my in-laws. My in-laws live in South Florida. We drove from Georgia. Drove right by Disney 20 times until we went back in 2004, I think it was. So, yeah. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. For a second. I love y'all. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Those are the great commandments, Jesus said. Love. Oh, this was a gift from one of my Airbnb guests. It's one of those painted rocks from St. Pete's Rocks. Let me go to my Instagram and read you the poems that are on my Instagram. And then I'll let you go. I got notifications. Okay. Got 1,012 followers on Instagram. It's insane. I I made this chicken parmesan for my son and his friend, and I'm gonna clean up my apartment, and that's why I gotta go after I read you some poems. I'm gonna read you some poems and pray. But I'm not gonna go right yet. So um, I'm wondering next week. Um, you can put the verse. You can put the verses in the chat. I was in Romans 8 today. I really love Romans 8. When I did want to read you a verse because my poems, yeah, Victoria May is one who has a copy of my poems. Did you read it? Because it's filled with scriptures. There's a lot of scriptures in these poems, and sometimes you don't even know it. Like I was reading the verse that's in my storm poem where I said, I'll fight a war upon my knees, and quietness and confidence shall be my strength. Quietness and confidence is from Isaiah 30. And it's interesting because he's talking about them not listening to him. Because in Isaiah is where the verses are about they'll be ever seeing and not perceiving and hearing and not understanding. Speaking of my son, his ears must be burning. Oh, he's going to stop by now. My son is looking for a job, so he's more flexible schedule. So maybe Albert will stop by after work, which will be later. But yeah, he's gonna stop by and get some food. That's why I have to go. Your mom is calling. Gotta go when mom is calling. Gotta go when mom is calling. That's right, Roy and Becky. Yeah. Roy's mom is in Georgia, right, Roy? It's party time. What? No, I'm not that kind of girl, Timmy Ray. My son is coming to get some chicken parmesan, and I didn't have time to clean my apartment, but that's okay. But maybe he'll work on the puzzle as we were doing the wolf puzzle that's over there on the floor. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad he's stopping by because yeah, that's why my son is stopping by earlier, Timmy Ray, because it's party time for him. But okay, you got to go. Thanks for stopping by, Victoria May. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said to Roy and Becky, more than you know. Well, maybe you do, but I appreciate you stopping by very, very much, Victoria May. Thank you. Bye, Victoria May. Everybody say bye to Victoria May. Hey, that's not true. Mama knows. Trust me, I'm a mama. Mama knows. Mama knows, Timmy Ray. Let me just say that. I didn't say it to her though, but I thought of saying to one of my children, like, just please don't lie to me because I know when you're lying to me anyways. I thought of saying that to a couple of my children. Like, just stop. Just stop because God, like I said, on a need to know basis, God, when I need to know something, God lets me know. Let me tell you an example of this though. Let me tell you an example of this because this is something like when I found out that the green card guy was fake, he was such a good actor, you guys. He was so nice and so sweet and so just, yeah. He came for a month to my Airbnb, and I didn't suspect him. He didn't talk about, of course they don't talk about and say, I want to get a green card, so could you please marry me? They don't say that, right? So, but I didn't find out right away until after he left, and it was months. It was November when it finally dawned on me. It was November. He left September 1st or September 2nd, right? And then he was thinking of coming back, and I already had decided that there was no way I was going to marry him. I just became divorced, and I was like, there's no way. Plus, he's too young for me. He's too young for me. He's a different religion. Like, no way. There was no way I was going to marry him. But I didn't know. I didn't know until after he had left, but I think that God did not reveal that to me because, see, it dwarfed his, and I don't know what happened. I would like to know what happened, and someday I might find out what happened, but I don't think he got his green card, y'all. He was under a travel ban because he was from Syria, and he was grandfathered in because he had already gotten his visa. You see? And so that's why he wanted to marry someone, I believe, because his visa was going to expire. That was 2018. His visa was going to expire in June 2019, and he wanted to find someone in America to marry before his visa expired. So, and I didn't realize until later, and I was like, God, why didn't you wake me? God could have let me know, but I was stringing him along. I didn't want him to be able to, I didn't want him to be able to fool someone else to do that to somebody else. And so I called immigration. I called the police on him. I called the police when I found out he was fake. And they're like, well, what you're supposed to do is call immigration. I called immigration. You can't do anything about someone that's trying to do that. You can only report fake marriages that you know of, but you can't report on someone. It's not against the law. There's not a law against that. There's not a law against someone whining and dining you and getting you to fall in love with them. There's not a law against that. And so I wrote a blog post about him. Get this, you guys. And then when I finally posted the picture, I was like, is he reading this? I wonder if he sees this. I was angry because there was nothing I could do. So I wrote a blog post about him, and I happened to, on purpose, I did do this on purpose. I was like, just in case of anything, he didn't know I was doing it. I took his picture. It was my own picture. That was my own picture I posted in the blog post. And it was called Look What You Made Me Do, after a Taylor Swift song. So this is part of my Beware of Wolves series, okay? I'm not on the spiritual abuse part, but anyways. But and then when I posted a Twitter link, then I found out that he was reading it, and he got my blog taken down. Oh, and by the way, let me put a link to that. I don't have it up anymore. I have that post saved, but I don't have it up anymore. It's called Look What You Made Me Do. I'm going to write the story in a book called Welcome to Reds about my Airbnb. But there's a link to my blog. But so anyways, when I was asking to God, why didn't you let me know that was fake? I realized that, okay, I'm glad I didn't know that, because how would that have been? He gave me a good review. I went back and I was like, I need to see if my reviews are still up, because I want to put them. I don't know how I'll ask for permission for that, but I want to put some of them in my book, my reviews. I got a ton of great reviews. They're still on Airbnb, you guys. My review from Muhammad is still on Airbnb. I eat the best cupcakes. Of course. he got my toxic family member that was verbally abusive was suggesting that I slept with that's what I did. I slept with the men at my that's what some of them were hoping I would do, but no, it was just that one. It was just that one. Uh, while I was doing it, it was just that one. So, and yeah, that was, you know, he really, um, he really pushed. It's like hard to explain because he was just very very like wise, like very very conniving, very very manipulative, but because he acted like it was wrong, like he just knew exactly how to act, which was crazy, which is why I think he could have been in contact with um someone that knew me or something, like because he researched me, he knew me, my pages are public, you know, my Facebook is public and all that. So he knew me before he came to stay at my Airbnb, and he knew exactly what to do. We watched movies together every weekend. He took me to eat. You know, we both didn't, I didn't drink at all at that time. All when my kids were coming up, I didn't drink at all. I was a teetotaler. I'm mostly a teetotaler now too, really. Um, it was only because hanging around with the wrong people when I was away from God that, you know, and I was a lightweight. And so that was the only, anyway, it's a long story, you guys. That's why I'm writing a book. That's why I'm writing a book. Let me see if I can show you. You know what? And I didn't. There, you see that? This is the one I wanted to read to you today. And this poem started with this meme. On the darkest days when I feel inadequate, unloved, and unworthy, I remember whose daughter I am and I straighten my crown. And this started with that, and there's a lot of lyrics in here, and a Bible verse about I will contend with those who contend with you and save your children. That is also from Isaiah, I believe. But this poem's called The Red Queen. I was a broken thing with a broken wing. There's a scream inside we all try to hide. Playing with a queen of hearts isn't smart. I won't play your mind games anymore. Just like playing with fire, I don't care if I sing off key. I sing for love. I sing for me. I will fight to be free. On the darkest days when I feel inadequate, unloved, and unworthy, I will sing to my king who says, I've got this. I'm on your side. I will contend with those who contend with you and save your children. You are my daughter. I love you, even when your crown's askew. And this is Muhammad's room, you guys. This is Muhammad's room, the red room at Red's Airbnb. Georgia Bulldog room, because both my sons attended the University of Georgia. My oldest son, whose birthday is today, is still there in Athens. My younger son graduated, I think it was 2018. It was after he graduated in 2018 that he came here to Denver because his friend from grade school, Albert, was already moved here. So this is my Red poem, the title poem from Red Poems, and it's inspired by just all I went through and going like, what did that mean? And was that all a waste, and it wasn't, because I have 5 beautiful children. And it's inspired by the song by Chris Tomlin, At the Cross, His Love Ran Red, and also Taylor Swift's Loving You Is Red, her Red album, and Isaiah 1. So let me read it to you. It's got Isaiah 1 in it. We're always in it. I see it. I face it. I put it on. Scarlet or vermilion or bluish red crimson. Old ladies with hats are winsome. Valentine's, Christmas, cars, leaves of fall, team colors. It symbolizes blood and courage. Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Esau was red, and so was his stew. God didn't choose him, but he chose you. The sea was red, the Israelites went through. I said I didn't love you, but I lied. I thought you knew. I could not have put up with all that crap we went through without his love, which ran red. Your cold-hearted rejection cut like a knife. My blood ran red. So I wanted to hurt you too. Why don't we remember the good times? You always focus on the bad, never speak life to me, so sad. Left me starving for attention and affection. Does anyone think I'm good or fair? I won't live in regret. We were all meant to be. 5 beautiful children, don't you see? The thought of losing you could leave me so brutally blue. But no, just as Taylor said, loving you was riotously red. This is why I like to have the TV on and I don't have it on, so I know that you can see this. So this was a question on Twitter. Natasha Carter asks, are you happy? And I said, yes. I was finally divorced in 2018, but I was estranged and alienated from my 3 daughters in 2019, and I wanted to die. Instead, I downsized, sold the smaller house I got in the divorce, paid cash for an RV to travel in for a year. Now I sold the RV and moved near my son in Denver. Also, my middle daughter contacted me and we reconciled, and I met my new granddaughter who has red hair like her grandma. No, it's gone through a lot of names. I've been writing, so since I finished this one in 2015, I've been writing red poems. And it's red poems. The book about Red's Airbnb and my story is called Welcome to Reds. But it's RED is an acrostic for redeemed, equipped, delivered. I'm writing it in the chat. Redeemed, equipped, delivered. I put the blog thing right there. Let me see if it works. Let me check on it and see if it works. Yeah, it works. I checked my link. It works. So, yeah. And if you want to see, I'm like I said, keep praying for Red. Red will pray for you. I'm working on so much stuff. This is why I don't think I have time to get, I don't have time before, even when he wanted me to get a regular job. when my ex said at the end he wanted me to get a regular job, I didn't hardly have time because I was still doing so much, with the rental house, with my kids. When we separated, my oldest was out of the house, of course, and out of college and working as a nurse. But my youngest was 13 when we separated. My youngest was in high school when we were going through our divorce and all that, our separation and divorce. So it was hard. Um, oh, yes. We will pray about that right now. So let me drop my Pinterest. But if you want to see some of the cool stuff that I sold, I'll put my Pinterest. But we're gonna pray. Yeah, we're gonna pray. So I'll pray about that. Yeah. Bye. Thank you, Rose. Yes, we're gonna pray about that. You have to go. Yeah, my daughter had a problem with their house they just bought. They had to redo the plumbing. Now they're trying to get it approved with a. It's just been hard. It's been difficult. So I have two. Let me see. Let me do my Facebooks again. Tell me any prayer requests, and if anyone was here for the first time, let me know and put a 1 in the chat if you were here for the first time. I don't think anybody was here for the first time, but if you're here for the first time, we'd like to welcome you and put a 1 in the chat and let us know. And if you're a content creator, put a C in the chat. And hopefully my moderators will drop your link. And moderators, you may drop your links at this time. And tell me your prayer requests, like Rose is. We're going to pray about that. And I'm going to drop my link to my Facebook again. So if your Facebook page name is different than on YouTube, I won't know who you are. So you might want to send me a message and say, I'm so and so. Or, and you can only send me a friend request if we have friends in common. Otherwise, you won't be able to even send me a friend request. And I'd like to, there are ways that you can get monetized on Facebook, and I might look into that. And I recently had scammers contact me and say they would pay me $200 a day. Like, hey, I don't need to get a job. I can get $200 a day just posting ads on my Facebook. But I'm pretty sure it was a scam. Otherwise, I missed out. I doubt I would not have heard about that already if that was a possibility. But anyways, here's Redheaded Riding Hood on Facebook. And I'm Redheaded Riding Hood on Instagram. But you guys, you can just, let's see, you just go to redheadedridinghood.com and find all my links there. So I will put that in the chat. We're going to pray because my son's coming over soon. Red's website. Yeah, I'd love to get merch. I do have stickers. If anybody wants stickers, just email me your address. Put the banner underneath. I have a snail mail address. If anybody wants to send me snail mail, that's on my about page. So yeah, that's about it. We're gonna pray, especially for oh, thank you, Anthony. Anthony's still here. There's Anthony's link. Check out each other's channels. So yeah, Rose had to go because someone's here that's going to fix the plumbing mess. Three weeks without a toilet. Oh, that's terrible. Laundry, etc. has been a nightmare. 3 weeks. Oh, they've been 3 weeks already. Yo, that's what she was talking about. Okay. Goodness gracious. Dear Lord, thank you for this time on YouTube. Thank you for all my YouTube friends and followers. I pray that you bless them. Please help Rose with the situation with their plumbing. Please help them to get that situated and fixed, Lord. Please let it not be a problem. We pray that it won't be too expensive, Lord, that they'll be able to complete it. And I pray right now for my daughter, my son-in-law, to be able to get theirs approved, and because they're having to go through getting it okayed for occupancy, Lord. So I pray that you would help them with that too, and I pray that anything that Rose doesn't have any problems with that, and that everything goes smoothly, Lord, and that it isn't too expensive, and that they're able to get that paid for and get that fixed and get that running, Lord. And we pray for healing for all those that need healing, Lord, for Lori, for Arnie's mom, I pray for Kevin of 30 and a Wake Up, who has cancer, Lord, that you would heal him and just be with him. And anybody else, Lord? I pray that Rose is able to go see her sister, Lord, who has cancer, Lord, that you would bring that about, Lord, that you would help her to be able to go see her sister, Lord. Thank you for loving us. Help us to love you with all our heart and soul and mind and strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Oh, Ronald, do you not know how to drop a link? Ronald, you need to learn how to drop your link. Let's see. Do I have you as a moderator? Let me see. I thought I had the YouTube side open. Okay, I do. Let me see. Because I was still on the StreamYard side. Yes, thanks for dropping the link. Okay, Anthony dropped your link. Okay, I was just going to drop it, but I see Anthony dropped it. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Rose, again, email me. Well, okay, I have your number. That's right. So I will message you because you won. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you all. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye. I love you.